Alright, so today I found this thing. I think it was new, but I'm not sure. I never heard of it before anyway. It's called Rockstar Silver Ice. Zero sugar. Womp womp. Whatever that means. Silver ice. Um, Seems to have the usual cocktail of ingredients here. I don't know if it's a new flavor or not. There's so many. What am I going to do with you? You're right in the way. Well, I guess that's about what we'd expect for a color on something called silver ice. It's kind of gray. Let's get some paperwork here, Mosley. Smells like Sprite. Like lemon lime. Some nice artificial sweetener chemical note. Can I get your opinion on this, sir? No? Not. No. You want more of this? You can't drink it, but not revolted. Yeah, it's like lemon lime at first, and now it's kind of like all artificial sweetener gunk. It kind of smells like it used to be a Gatorade around called like Cherry Freeze or something like that. It was a gray Gatorade, but it was like a cherry flavor. Kind of smells like that. Frost Glacier Cherry. Yeah, this thing. Chipper the cat, huh? Yeah, it reminds me of this thing. Gatorade Glacier Cherry. Whatever the fuck that means. There's something like chemical-y about it, though. Alright, here we go. Let's try this Rockstar Silver Ice. Cheers. Man, that tastes like nothing. Straight up tastes like nothing. Hold on, let me get some water. The god of dogs. Oh, you're in the wrong place, maybe. Oh, it's everyone's devolving into chemical note. Oh yeah. Like plastic. How would you rate the water? Oh, this one's pretty good. Where's the Fiji water? Today I went with Evian. You know, they're around the same price usually, but this one was on sale, so I figured I would go with the water from the French Alps instead of the South Pacific Islands. This one doesn't have the same great mouthfeel that you get from the silica from the artisan aquifer that comes from the Fiji Islands, but instead has a more luscious set of minerals in it. There's a higher parts per million, and the water tastes more authentic in that way. So a better flavor with the Evian, but a reduction in mouthfeel. I don't think I've ever had either of those brands. Yeah, usually this is like the one that like uh movie stars are drinking for like $3 a bottle. Mosley approves of this water. Anything anyway, everything I just said is true. Actually wasn't a joke. Despite the fact that sounds like a joke. It is true, all those things. You're cheap ass when it comes to water? Yeah, the cheapest thing you can do is get it straight from the tap, but there's this weird thing that happens where, like, those pipes that come from wherever the fuck, you know, they got water going through them all the time, and eventually, you know, some of those minerals, like, start to coalesce. You know, if you think of your shower head after it's been used for a while, it starts to spray off in all weird directions. It's because there's mineral deposits on it, calcium and whatever. So, you know, sometimes what happens is your pipes get coated with like some of those mineral deposits, and when you pour the water into the tap, some of that shit gets in there. And it's not inherently bad for you, like to drink a little flake of like calcium deposit or something. It just kind of looks nasty. You like pour some water and you look at it and you're like, ah, there's things floating in here. It's kind of like when you pour a rain into a glass, it kind of looks nasty. So you could use a water filter. That's probably like more economical than this. But as you know, I'm a bit bougie when it comes to water. I like these rich person waters a little bit. What I don't like is when my energy drink kind of smells like plastic. My fridge has a water filter. That's where I usually get my water. Yeah. The thing that with those is you gotta like replace them every once in a while, and it's another thing to remember. And there's just so many things to remember in life, and it's just adding another thing to have to fucking remember. Now, if you got one of those smart fridges that tells you like, "Hello, your water filter needs to be replaced," blah blah blah, I'll add it to your shopping list, and maybe it's not so bad, but. He's a dead cat. Oh, light comes on? Yeah, it's just the problem is the light comes on, and then you're like, ah, that's right, I need to replace the filter, and then you have to remember to buy it, or whatever. I guess maybe if you, like, have, like, a fucking Costco-sized pack of filters, but then you're, like, investing money in a product, and I mean, it's just so many problems. That is the better way to do it, though. You're not wrong. First world problems, absolutely. All of my problems are first world problems. At least it's got some of the lemon lime back. It's looking kind of plasticky, though. It's kind of a nasty chemical, like a kind of like dirty feet kind of creeping in. It's not good. Yeah, it kind of tastes like that Gatorade Glacier Cherry, but really low flavor. I think there's a cherry note to it, and there's like maybe like a lemon lime note. Um, but they're kind of brief and not terribly, how would you say, distinct. I don't really know what this is supposed to be. At least you don't get it on the finish. Finish is actually not too terrible. All right. So with this aroma, again, it's got like a lemon lime portion, but it's also got some like plastic, slight dirty feet thing, some like artificial sweetener chemical note. Not the greatest. There's several notes there, but they're not my favorite notes, but you know, they're notes and they're relatively there. We'll go with 14. Palette at a 25. Again, not too much flavor. Very subtle lemon, lime, cherry. Kind of get that like sweetness a little bit at the first. More of that citrus and fruit, kind of like more towards the mid palate, strangely. Really low. It's like a really low good. It's like 13. Um, And the finish, sometimes I've had a finish on this that wasn't bad, and sometimes I have a finish that's like really artificial sweetener note. It's like you do get the most cherry, I think, on the finish. You do get some citrus. But the artificial sweetener note is also there. Give it a 12, I guess. I anticipated it being higher, but the artificial sweetener note is too present for me. Texture out of 10. This one feels overcarbonated, probably to try to give it some substance. It's like all bubbles as soon as it gets in your mouth. Not great. 3. All right. My personal subjective opinion of this Rockstar Silver Ice, 0 sugar. I don't know what this is supposed to be. It kind of tastes slightly like Sprite and cherry. But it has enough artificial sweetener that you get some of that plasticky, latexy, aspartame kind of note. And the like cherry and Sprite notes are like not strong enough to really make up for that. It doesn't really taste like very much, to be honest. So it's like pretty bad. I'll give it a 3 for my personal subjective experience here. 3, 6, 12 is 18, 19, 22, 32, 36. Nice. It's okay. A strong 36. It's okay, you know. You know, most